CBS Sports coverage of the Big Ten tournament is sponsored by Hilton for the stay. AT&T, connecting changes everything. And by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Welcome to CBS Sports presentation of NCAA Conference Championship Weekend presented by Allstate. Matt Painter, he has gotten this Purdue program to the point where they are a March staple. 2 years ago, riding it all the way to the national championship game, but falling short against UConn. Let's check out the starting lineups, the consistency for Purdue throughout the season with Smith, Cox, Lawyer, Kaufman-Renn, and Clough. And for UCLA, Sky Clark, he dealt with a hamstring injury, missed 10 games, and since coming back, you could see that chemistry reforming. What it did was allow Trent Perry to emerge. Mick Cronin made the switch, and Perry really took a big step in year number 2.
No question over the team, but without those, it's a problem. With Purdue did not really play great. Lawyer was struggling in that game. He was 2 for 10. He is on top of his game right now, feeling free, moving without the baseball, and knocking shots down.
And in that first game, Purdue only attempted 5 shots at the rim, and Braden Smith, a season-low 4 assists in that matchup.
Yeah, that first meeting was January 21st. UCLA, a 69-67 victory, an 8-0 run to end the game. UCLA controls the tip. Winner goes to the championship game in the Big Ten.
Iron Eagle, Grant Hill right now. A little for Purdue. Use the bump. Clark with a good look.
And he's got a great-looking stroke. Sky Clark gets the scoring started. Paul Sells, Michael Reed, and Earl Walton are officiating crew here this afternoon.
The Lawyer, one of the keys with his movement without the ball, sets up a lot of reverse action for this team. Gets himself free.
Lawyer, swing, Clough, the elder statesman.
A good passer too, Clough.
Had it knocked away. It was Daly who poked it, and Booker retrieves it. Donovan Dent is just oozing with confidence right now for UCLA.
Playing his best basketball.
Booker steps into it. Around and out, rebounded by Kaufman-Renn.
They need big numbers from Booker, I think. Whether it's the 3 or the post-up.
Purdue with a lopsided win over Nebraska. And there is Kaufman-Renn. Big numbers last season scoring. They have not needed as much from him in that category here this season.
And how about the chemistry between him and Braden Smith? That short roll, the little push shot. Isaiah Hartenstein.
A little bit.
That in Oklahoma City.
Made a lot of money with that push shot.
Little Knicks first, right?
Donovan Dent swings it. And that jumper doesn't go for Clark.
And Grant, part of the range scoring coming down, he's playing the 4 spot where he's playing 5. Clough can load up then.
Clough likes to get that seal down low.
He's asking for it. Off the double. Swing.
Great look.
Lawyer. Open look. Bottom.
Well, that's what's going on now. The rotation, they find him. He can drill him, playing with an air of confidence.
And a 5-2 lead for Purdue. UCLA, 88-84 win over number 3 Michigan State in the quarterfinals. They've won 6 of their last 7, including 4 in a row.
Pick and pop.
Perry floats it up. It's caught by Booker. They'll take it on the baseline. Clough forms a wall and knocks it away.
He does such a great job. He Cloughs people.
Is that a word?
Big body. I made that one up.
Smith one-on-one with Perry. And it's intercepted as Clark lost his footing but saved it before he went out of bounds. Daly, hard drive, reverses, nearly goes down. Lawyer up the floor for Smith.
Got Clough in a mismatch inside.
Clough was asking for it against Clark. They go the other way, and now Smith is looking in that direction.
Yeah, Booker should have switched earlier.
Lawyer off the heel. Nice rebound by Cox.
And he can drill him, too.
And he does.
He can really shoot.
A 3-ball for C.J. Cox.
He lives in the corners, high rent district.
And Purdue up 8-2 on the Bruins.
Part of why Purdue has played so well here in this tournament is their effort, their intensity, and of course defensively turning the page here this week in Chicago.
UCLA, second season in the Big Ten. Swing it for Dent. Ooh, got great speed. Dent loses the ball, and it's caught by Clough. Into it quickly here with Smith. Bounce it, catch. Kaufman ran, and he missed it off the rim, but a foul.
And he is furious, by the way, Smith, that he didn't finish the deal.
Well, right, that was a beautiful rim run right there, and then just the activity. C.J. Cox getting in there, getting an offensive rebound, getting those feet set. And you said it, he's got deep range. Obviously, very confident. This Purdue team finally finding that rhythm. They struggled there the last 6 games of the regular season, 2 and 4. They have been dynamite here in Chicago.
And Kaufman-Renn has scored double digits in 9 straight games. He was more of a focal point of the offense. And now with Oscar Clough, he's doing a lot of that work on the interior.
And Matt called this 4 years ago. I was down doing the game. He said, this kid's really going to be a talented all-league player. He certainly has been, Ren.
Averaged 20 points per game last season. He was first team all Big Ten. He's at 13.5 points per game in his senior year. 10-2 Purdue. Ooh, Perry carried it.
Yeah.
You know, they often let that go, but this one was just so obvious on the cup.
And the part of why Purdue has struggled at the end of the regular season was the defense. But their defense right now, they have UCLA confused now. It looks like they're...
There's a technical call.
Technical? Or
Who's that on, though? Individual?
you see the carry.
Perry thinking he's Allen Iverson.
You know, he thought he was at Venice Beach.
Yeah, good. Who's got the umbrella?
It was Paul Sells who blew the whistle and then called the technical. He looked in the direction of Mick Cronin.
Mick's not expressive like that. It was him.
Mick had walked out past the coaching box.
But usually that's a warning, isn't it?
And it's up to the discretion if he also said something. We don't know. And now it's 12-2 Purdue. Free throw from Lawyer. Lawyer steps into it. He hits.
Tell you, he's so busy without the ball, as all good scorers are.
And it's all Purdue right now. It's 15-2 Boilermakers.
Just a little bump and a curl.
UCLA scored first. Bruins haven't scored since.
Yeah, no inside punch, no pick and pop without Bilodeau. Big difference.
Daly with an aggressive play.
He gets to that left hand right there. Strong drive. He can be an X factor in this game for UCLA, but to find some offense and figure out a way to stop this offensive attack of Purdue.
Yeah, you're right. They need a monster game out of Daly.
Smith on a switch. Daly extends out. 14 to shoot. Smith drive. Pump. Kick. Extra. Lawyer. Hot shooter. Off the rim.
One more dribble, he had an easy shot.
Rebound leaks out to Perry. Gets picked up by Cox. Clark using the Dent screen. Now a second screen from Booker, and Clark works his way in. Comes up short, pulled the string on it.
He's so efficient, that kid, too. Terrific outside. Great feel for the game.
Look at Clough. He's down there fighting for position.
Booker's going to be exhausted, worn out at the end of this game.
Oscar Clough. Wow. A spin by the Aussie. And may have gotten away with a travel. Daly. Drive and kick. Here's Clark. Shows it. Kicks it. Perry.
That's what he's doing. Like the open, right?
But that's how they got to play. They got to play fast, play with pace, and get paint touches.
It's not their style to play fast.
I know.
But you got to take advantage.
Well, they don't have Bilodeau. I mean, they got this 3-guard lineup to use their speed to their advantage.
Perry coming off a 22-point performance in the victory over Michigan State. The Spartans were the 3 seed. Kaufman-Renn one-on-one with Daly.
He's got that little hook over the left shoulder.
Lawyer inside, entry, Clough doesn't get the roll. And it's going the other way. Kaufman-Renn and Daly get the physical on the inside. Foul against Purdue. Boilermakers looking sharp here in the second semifinal of the day. You're watching the TIAA Big Ten Tournament. CBS tomorrow, see why over 20 million viewers and counting have made Marshalls TV's #1 new show. Luke Rhymes stars in Marshalls, a new era of Yellowstone. New episode tomorrow on CBS. Right now, let's take a look at the All-State season recap. And for Purdue, they were ranked #1 in the preseason. Talked to Matt Painter about that. He said, you know, that's all well and good on paper, but you have to actually go out there and prove it. And after the 21-4 start, they went 4-4 down the stretch. But it's trending in the right direction. First of all, the scoring numbers, 82.2 points per game, second most by a Boilermakers team in the last 30 years. It's their 4th Big Ten tournament semifinal appearance in the last 5 years, which speaks to the consistency of this program.
And I think it's all Lawyer. I mean, that's not a terrible record we're looking at. It's just they bellied a little, weren't shooting the ball as well. Defense wasn't quite up to their norm.
Changes on both ends. Jump shot, Perry overcooked it on a three. Clark, he had his feet taken out from under him.
And Benter really works hard to make threes.
So Benter in, Jakari Harrison, Omar Meyer in, and Brandon Williams along with Stephen Jamerson for UCLA.
Scratch that, Bird. I think Meyer looked like he was going in. Lawyer stayed in.
Yep, so Meyer remains on the bench for Purdue. Smith, step back three, rims out, tipped up in the air. Clark couldn't grab it, and Benter does. Swing it. Bender floats it up. Clough keeps it high, and no call there as Clough tried to finish it around the rim.
Welcome to the Big Ten. Ben's got to do this. Snake dribble, get in the lane a little. Doesn't really love to take that deep shot. But he's starting to make a few of late.
Dead in and out. That shot's been going down for him with a great deal of regularity.
But 2 premier point guards on the floor right now. Dent and this guy, what a career he's had, Braden Smith.
Switch out front. Smith guarded by Williams.
Big long arms to get to his spot and get the shot he wants like that.
Clough,
Good kick.
vacuums it in. 3 ball doesn't go for Lawyer.
Nice look.
Up the floor. Dent flies in and finishes around the goal.
That was a closeout flyby right there. Great recognition by UCLA to throw the ball ahead, and he's got to be involved, active. I mean, he sets the table. What he's done here in Chicago, continue with that stellar play.
Now it's a 7-0 run for UCLA, 15-9 Purdue. Smith into the teeth of the defense, stepping in for the steal. This guy Clark.
And that's the great defense they have, Bird. That's the second time. On the far side, he did the same thing. They cover that weak side. That is so dangerous. Baseline drive, kick for a 3.
Clark couldn't secure it, so Purdue will retain it. And Braden Smith now 17 assists away from tying the great Bobby Hurley for #1 all time.
And he had 16 assists last night against Northwestern as well. He had a big assist, 16 assists as well. He might have to be more aggressive looking to shoot.
But Hurley had, didn't have the players to pass.
I knew you were going there.
To reach more numbers.
Foul was called on the outside. Meyer is now in along with Jacobson for Purdue.
And my point, though, with Braden Smith, though, is like they know that he's getting everybody involved. UCLA is staying attached to shooters, and so sometimes the right read is to be aggressive, looking for your shot. Certainly Braden Smith, his ability to read what the defense gives him, one of the best.
We cleared that with Matt Painter. I mean, to have him change his style.
These are just suggestions.
But I know your point, too. He does pass him up. A lot of guys would take that little foul line jumper, for example.
We had a shot clock issue. They had reset it when it shouldn't have been reset. It wasn't a change of possession. So shot clock now at 18, 12:03 to play in this first half. Eric Freeney in the game for UCLA. Smith one-on-one.
Jacobson, a little pick and pop occasionally, but a roll guy mostly. There he is loading up.
They chase him. Meyer back for Smith. He fires. And too strong. Rebounded by Perry on the weak side. Perry and Dent very comfortable with one another. All the games they played together this season, chemistry is formed. Dent challenging the defense, kick it out. And Williams tosses up an air ball. Shot clock shouldn't have reset. UCLA,
Yeah, they've had trouble. It did reset. The clock initially reset, and then a little malfunction there.
now Michael Reed and Paul Sells and Earl Walton are going to have a little chat with the scorers table. We got a timeout. 11:25 remaining in this first half. Purdue's got the lead over UCLA. Allstate, you're in good hands. Welcome back here at the United Center. 15-9 Purdue leading UCLA. These two programs will be forever linked by one man. John Wooden played at Purdue, was National Player of the Year in 1932, and then, of course, legendary coaching career at UCLA, a 10-time national champion.
Yeah, what an icon, what a legend, what a legacy. But similar to LaSalle and Seton Hall for our guys.
Yeah, very similar. Do we have that graphic of Bill Raftery? We do not. I'm sorry, it's not available. The tournament resumes for these two teams: Purdue at 25-8. CBS Sports Bracketology now has Purdue listed as a 2 seed. UCLA has done some work to get to that 7 seed line and got some wins against quad 1 opponents.
They link the
game clock to 11:26.
of John Wooden to Matt Painter. You think Gene Cady in between, amongst others. Lee Rose, another guy. But a lot of similarities in the way Matt runs his program. You know, just solid, defensive-minded.
There's a system.
Yeah, it is.
He had a system that has been successful through the years.
And I think he's comfortable with the rules of today, too.
Yeah.
The change of how you recruit. There's Gene.
Oh, this coach.
Up there. And he's not hollering at the referee. That must be a bad day.
Not yet. So they reset the shot clock to 9. They get that sorted out. UCLA has to work quickly here. Perry out of the timeout, drives, floats, and it's off the rim, no good. The track down there by Freeney. And they get a reload with 15 to shoot now. Daly.
Getting more time, Freeney, obviously, with some injuries, but also his play.
Dent takes a peek, one-on-one with Kaufman-Wren. Dent sizing him up with the cross, the fade.
And good defense there. Kaufman-Wren taking the challenge, guarding the point guard.
And they run one big to load up.
No points in the last 5.5 minutes for Purdue, but they still lead by 6.
Meyer, a really good mid-range game. Can make threes, too. Strong kid, gonna have a nice future.
Got Dent on Kaufman-Wren.
And now the help comes from his guard mate Perry. Kaufman-Wren on a kick. Extra feed. Harris lines it up. Hits the heel, and Daly is there for the board. Purdue's gone cold.
They do a great job of double teaming from the baseline, which is difficult. Not a lot of teams are used to that. They're not going to leave you on an island in the post defensively.
You really don't have a vision that way. It's usually from the top, is what you're saying, right?
Perry gets into the paint, steps through, and doesn't get the roll. Rebound gets knocked out of bounds, and Purdue will take over.
Jamerson on the floor now. Little piece of that. Really struggling to get some power in the lane. That's why I think Daly's important. You had mentioned it earlier. He can do some things. He can have big games, threes, power, mid-range.
Purdue has missed 9 straight shots. Way outside, Jacobson, the sophomore from Chicago.
There's that replace, little nickel dimer on the handoff.
Yeah, Jamerson is an aggressive defender. Tonight, 8:30 Eastern over on CBS Sports Network. Don't miss the Conference USA title game. Kennesaw State and Louisiana Tech. Chance to punch their ticket to the big dance. Dent's now going to get a breather for UCLA.
You know, we don't produce great defensively, but offensively, they've got a lot of options. Always 2 bigs on the floor, generally speaking. There's that floater 15-footer.
Yeah, copyrighted for Kaufman-Wren.
He should get paid for that, baby. It keeps getting deeper and deeper.
First points in 6.5 minutes of game action. Purdue leads 17-9. Booker back in for UCLA.
I would keep Booker outside to keep Jenkins away and have some action going to the 10.
Perry and Clark now in the backcourt. Booker, he drives. And big finish for Booker.
Good for him. Out of Indy via Michigan State. Well, he was a big-time recruit at the time.
2023 McDonald's All-American Xavier Booker has cut the Purdue lead to 6. Smith, they switch out front with Daly. Meyer wants it.
There's that double baseline you alluded to.
Kick it. Harris 3. In and out.
And Purdue's had some open looks from 3. They just can't convert.
The lawyer back up for that reason.
Freeney's got the 7-footer. Clark now directing track.
Take it. Take it.
Clark. Stutter step move. Clark.
Nice replace.
Booker. Extra. Freeney now trying to make it happen. Booker attacking and kicked into the go. The follow Daly. No good.
Right there. Good save.
And it ricochets over to Smith. Meyer. The jumper doesn't go. And Booker there for the board.
That's UCLA. They make you work. You get an easy one, you got to knock it down.
Purdue is 3 of 11 from long range.
Clark so solid.
Clark gives up his dribble. Daly got him. A 3.
And he can do that too. He can step outside, knock down threes, can drive, get to the rim.
He's got talent, no question about it.
Step back jumper is legitimate. He can guard multiple positions. That defensive versatility.
There's toughness about him. Little Oklahoma State in the background.
Harris swing it. They tried to skimmer, and Kaufman-Red couldn't get to it, so Daly steps in for the steal.
And not a great post-entry pass right there. A few mistakes Braden Smith has made.
He didn't have a good angle.
12-2 run for UCLA.
The pop.
Booker pops and hits a 3.
And that's going to be there. Jacobson is going to be in that drop coverage defensively and pick and roll action. Booker, instead of screening and rolling, screening and popping, that'll be there all afternoon.
We are tied at 17. UCLA was picked to finish 3rd in the Big Ten preseason poll. Purdue number 1. 15-2 run over the last 9 minutes for the Bruins. Smith, give it up. Oh, excuse me, Kaufman-Red.
He was going to kick it left. It was covered.
That's a no-look shot.
That's a first. I haven't seen that before.
6th assist for Braden Smith. He just keeps racking them up.
Mixed kids with a great mentality here.
Perry draws attention. 2-man game with Daly. Perry, lob it up. Booker couldn't catch it. And off the deflection, now off to the races. Meyer drives in. It's blocked by Daly, but a foul.
Take your pick. Could be Freeney, but I think you're right. It might be Daly.
He got him with the body.
Yeah.
Free throws coming up for Meyer when we come back.
Little shot fake and go. Booker with the 3. And the dunk. UCLA getting back in it.
Right now, let's take a look at the Jersey Mike Subs game summary. Already, we have seen the UCLA toughness coming from behind. Largest lead has been 13 for Purdue, now currently 2 for the Boilermakers. Moments ago, Tracy with Purdue head man Matt Painter.
Coach, just 4 points in almost 10 minutes. How do you get into an offensive flow again?
Right. Well, we're in an offensive flow. We're missing open shots. So we can't have turnovers, though. We've had a couple turnovers there. Had a poor post speed right there. We got to make some direct passes in the post or move the basketball. But we're getting some pretty good shots when we don't turn it over.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
And this is year number 21 for Painter as the head coach of the Boilermakers. Braden Smith, we're on assist watch because he's getting closer and closer. He came in 22 assists away from breaking Bobby Hurley's mark. He's got 32 assists in the Big Ten tournament, so he just keeps racking up those numbers.
And he'd have 10 assists by now if his teammates couldn't knock down some open shots.
And his coach is still mad at him. He's got 3 turnovers. That post pass that was alluded to by Matt, that didn't have a good angle to dump it down there.
In this first half, similar to the last game in that first half. It was a little sloppy. They weren't scoring offensively. These, Purdue 82 points a game. UCLA 78 points per game. Right now, we're on a pace for maybe a 50-point game with the way these two teams are shooting.
The one thing with Lawyer back on the floor, there's always a lot more action for Purdue. He frees people up as well as himself.
And a change here for UCLA as Jamar Brown is seeing his first action.
Talk about action. He does play hard, this kid.
He's got a motor.
He's the transfer from University of Missouri, Kansas City.
Gives you effort every time he's out there.
6 minutes to play in the first half. 21-17 Purdue. Clark draws attention. And Booker could not gather, and Clough makes him pay.
Not a good play. Clough's not going to lead the country in steals.
4 turnovers now for the Bruins. Cox looking to attack. Defeat it.
There you go.
Clough, too easy.
Well, he's seeing Clark.
Yeah, Clark down there wrestling with Clough.
He disappeared. You actually couldn't see him.
That's called an Australian eclipse. 5:27 to play here, first half. Knock away by Meyer, but UCLA controls it. The pull-up pop is no good for Perry.
Good look for him, too.
Meyer up the floor quickly. Feed it for Clough.
This is how they stay in touch, though, you say. Look at that little help on the baseline drive, even. Not even a post-up. Very alert.
Kaufman-Renn beat Perry to the spot. Good help there by Daly. Cox lines it up. Can't hit the three. Knocked out of there by Clough. And Lawyer is fouled.
I like that attacking the closeout there by Lawyer, drawing the foul. But look at the seal. I mean, Clark giving up a lot of size there on Clough, and the recognition to find him. Clough showing his touch there on the interior. He's done a great job rim running and sealing. Just hasn't been able to get the ball from his teammates.
Clough played at South Dakota State, also played at Washington State and junior college in Arizona. CBS Tuesday, lock into an all-new action-packed NCIS night. New episodes of NCIS, NCIS Origins, and NCIS Sydney. This Tuesday, starting at 8, 7 Central on CBS. Clough grabs it. And another board for Clough.
Well, they got size, but his toughness prevails.
He's got 5 rebounds in this first half. Meyer. Spin.
Tough shot.
Off the pirouette. He missed it short. And this time, as Clough tried to knock it back, UCLA is there.
That was good defense.
It's solid. This is how they do it. Take a lot of deep breaths. Use that clock a little bit. A real good one appears.
Booker in and out on a 3, and the rebound for Jack Benter.
And they got great balance, though. You got to play against their half court.
Purdue started 4 of 5 from the field, 3 of their last 17.
Mismatch inside.
Ooh, and they just
What a save.
almost tossed it away. What a save there by Cox. Meyer lines it up, knocks it down. It's a 3.
Well, I thought he might try and go by him. But raise it up and knocking it down.
May have been the toughest 3 they've taken here this afternoon.
It's a 9-0 run for the Boilermakers. Winner goes to the championship game in the Big Ten. This is Conference Championship Weekend, presented by Allstate. UCLA trying to find its rhythm once again. They trail 26-17. Let's take a look at a fresh fun fact of the game presented by FreshBet. 9 NCAA tournament bids in 2021 and 22, a Big Ten conference record. And right now, as we check in with CBS Sports Bracketology, the projection is 9 teams from the Big Ten would be a part of the Big Dance. Right now, let's send it over to Tracy Wilson.
And UCLA already without Tyler Bilodeau, and now they are without Donovan Dent, who is in the locker room. He was grabbing at his calf as he walked in. No official word, though, from UCLA. I will get one as soon as they bring one to me.
Well, that obviously is very concerning if you're UCLA. Dent has been playing at such a high level and performing the way they thought he would perform when he transferred from New Mexico.
Early on, it was a struggle, a lot of comments. Impacted the way he played. Haven't been out there early, but just so solid. That triple-double you alluded to, Bird, just terrific end of the year for him.
And if you're Mick Cronin, you start thinking about next week versus this weekend, depending upon what the injury is.
Well, they clearly are thinking about that with Bilodeau. They're not going to chance anything. Inside, Williams, he's fouled.
And Bird, this lineup with Purdue, it's all about playing a number of days in a row right now. Give minutes, rest people.
Yeah, Matt Painter is highly experienced in these situations, deep runs in the Big Ten tournament, but still wanting to get your team ready and put them in the best position to make a run in the NCAA tournament.
I'm glad the Cubs aren't playing. He may have gone to that game versus this. He loves his Cubbies.
Brandon Williams will get a second free throw, 64% shooter. And Booker will have a chat with Mick Cronin. As Jamerson is back in, Williams goes 1 out of 2. This is an 8-point lead for Purdue.
And give Purdue credit. Braden Smith went to the bench. You've gone on a 7-1 run here. So offensively, finding their rhythm with their point guard sitting out.
They're deep. They're deep and confident. They're going to guard.
Lawyer missed it. Rebound. It's grabbed by Benter. Extended possession.
That's his game, Bird.
Clough sends it out. Lawyer off the drive. The kick. Benner puts it on the floor. And it's an offensive foul on Jack Benner, redshirt freshman.
That nice multiple efforts defensively there from the Bruins.
They don't bite on those pump fakes too, do they?
Showing some discipline there. You see Frenny, who said that one of his favorite players was UCLA great Drew Holiday, known for his defense as well.
You locked yourself in the hotel room last night. Little nuggets. Yeah, literally, I know you did. Good effort there. And who touched it last? Harris got over there. They said last touch UCLA.
They're going to check.
Eric Freeney was the one battling for it.
Mick's not even waiting. He's questioning right away.
And this is going to be a challenge from Mick Cronin.
Yeah, easy one. This should be quick.
UCLA, it happened right in front of their bench, and they were shocked when they saw the direction that the officials pointed in. Coming up, AT&T at the half. Adam, Clark, Wally, and Bruce will get their thoughts on this first half. Look ahead to the Mountain West Championship, bring you all the scores and all the highlights coming up on AT&T at the half. UCLA challenged that play that was called last touch Bruins, and they believe that it was Harris that touched it last.
No, wait, there's one more touch, I think.
There it is.
It'll be UCLA's ball on the baseline with 16 on the shot clock.
So Harris did
UCLA
touch it
will retain
last.
their challenge.
Get their timeout back.
One more time during the game.
So it was the right call. Mick Cronin knew it right away.
Bird, you've been around a lot of coaches. Is he maybe in the feistiest category?
Let me think. Yeah,
he's up there, huh?
Up there.
He's in that area of feistiness.
I think you can relate, or we can relate.
Yeah. He's been incredibly successful, as we know. Cronin, he's won 4 conference tournament titles. 2 of them for Murray State in the Ohio Valley Conference, 1 with Cincinnati in the American, and then goes to UCLA. And they were down. He has brought them up to a level of consistency. The NCAA tournament is now something that you expect. It's not just a bonus.
But his toughness that he's brought, nice little drive here.
Yeah, it's Freeney who gets the deuce.
Gets to the rim. But that's the one thing, as the years have gone, they are solid defensively. There's a grittiness that maybe didn't translate years ago.
And they have to have it to play in this conference.
Right now. The Pac-12, maybe a couple of years ago, you could dance for you a couple of games. A nice entry here with the hold by Williams.
Yeah, they were not going to let Clough dunk it, even though the play was whistled dead. Daly helped make sure of it.
And Matt Painter has so many sets. A beautiful dribble handoff from Clough, and then he just rolls hard and takes up so much space. But all those actions, hard to defend.
And a very giving group, too, the more you watch them. They share it. Great screening team. Close to 5 there.
Get it in for Clough. Plenty of time to work with on the shot clock. Now it's Cox. We approach 2 minutes to go in this first half. Cox bounce it inside. Oh, he threads the needle to Clough.
I think he was out of bounds when he loaded up there. He couldn't get any deeper.
Poor Perry trying to guard him down there.
8-point lead for Purdue. Daly the spin, and Daly with the touch.
I like that. Take advantage of a smaller guy, just back him down.
UCLA has not been in the top 25 since December 8th, so there was a portion of the season where they had to show it and prove it that they were an NCAA tournament team. They've won 6 of their last 7. Clough swing. Benner got a 3.
He certainly helped the cause when he can knock those babies down.
How about the pass, though, from Clough in the short roll?
Benter scored 2,550 points in high school at Brownstown Central, won a state title. High archer, it rims in for Perry. So right now they're doing this without Dent and without Bilodeau.
And getting better, too. Perry playing with a lot of confidence.
Right now, Mick Cronin going to a zone, trying to slow down this offensive attack here from the Boilermakers.
They played a lot of zone in his days at Cincy.
Meyer in and out, rebound, out of bounds, and it's last touched by Clough.
Against Purdue, you cannot relax in that zone. You have to play it almost paranoid.
Everybody's got help on the glass as well.
Daly will bring it across with 47 seconds left in this first half. Body bump from Meyer. Freeney.
Nice replace.
Perry swing, replaced once again. Freeney connects for 3.
How about this job from him?
Moving the spot, getting in the right spot to knock that baby down.
And confidence is contagious.
Sure, that's his 6th of the year.
Shot clock is turned off. And Matt Painter will take a timeout with 22.5 to play.
Doesn't surprise you. UCLA's toughness prevailed here a little bit.
Played high school basketball with Donovan Dent at Centennial, and UCLA within 4.
Someone was up late, too.
Donovan Dent has rejoined his teammates, but there is no indication that he's going to come back into this game. He just put on his warm-up top. 10 minutes of action, 2 points and an assist. Tracy reporting that he was forced to exit the game, was dealing with some kind of hamstring issue. 22.5 here, Purdue with the basketball.
And next man up, though. And you're a player on the team that you relish the opportunity now. Get out there, Big Ten tournament. No, you're going to the NCAA tournament as well.
Excuse me, it's a lower leg calf issue for Dent. Want to make sure we have that correct. Final seconds of this opening half.
Back up to that man.
Swing it, Meyer. 8 seconds left.
Great denial in the low box area.
We're down to 5 seconds.
Gotta go. Ooh, this is
Smith, extra, better at the horn. It's good. String music beats the buzzer for Jack Benter.
what a killer.
What a touch pass there from Braden Smith.
Unbelievable. Spread the floor. Tough cover. Nylon.
And the 7th assist for Braden Smith.
Everybody's counting his assists, but the guy next to us.
Jack Benner sticks it before the break to extend the Purdue lead. Let's send it over to Tracy.
Fletcher, huge bucket there to extend the lead to 7. How can you feed off of that into the second half?
Yeah, just doing our job defensively, rebounding, getting out in transition, and pushing the roll.
Wish you good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Tracy, end of the first half with Purdue in front. 34-27 over UCLA. Second Big Ten semifinal. Let's send it to Adam Zucker in our New York studio, AT&T at the half. CBS Sports coverage of the Big Ten tournament is sponsored by Fresh Pet. Healthy food, fresh from the fridge. Allstate, you're in good hands. And by Buffalo Wild Wings. Try Pick 6 for $19.99. Back here in Chicago, getting ready for second half action. Let's take a look at the Wayfair first half stats. Purdue started hot, but cooled off considerably. 6 of 17 from three-point range. They have 10 assists, 11 field goals. UCLA shot it at 50%, but only took 8 3-pointers. There was an injury at the tail end of that first half to Donovan Dent, and we get more right now from Tracy.
That's right. I am Mick Cronin telling me Donovan Dent will not return to this game. He is dealing with a calf strain. Cronin telling me, though, it is not serious but not worth the risk. He said with Tyler Bilodeau's injury as well, he is concerned about fatigue in the second half, and he said, we're not going to win this game, though, if we don't win the glass.
And welcome back to CBS Sports presentation of NCAA Conference Championship Weekend presented by Allstate. Ian Eagle, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, and Tracy Wolfson, UCLA. They've been very resilient and obviously have found a groove going into the NCAA tournament, but the concern now will be health for next week when we hit the big dance.
Well, they take on the personality of their coach. They're tough, they're blue collar, but no Donovan Dent, no Bilodeau. That's 30 points between the two of them, so it's going to be a tough second half for the Bruins.
Whenever you talk about it's toughness, no question about it. Conversely, they really rotated a lot of people, good feel for it, but they're gritty, UCLA. They just don't go away.
Yeah, Purdue, at one point, Braden Smith sat and didn't come back until the tail end of that first half, then made a play. It swung the ball, and Benter makes a 3-pointer before we hit halftime. 34-27, Purdue in front. We start the second half. Michigan has already advanced to the Big Ten Tournament Championship game. We'll have it for you tomorrow here on CBS. Lawyer,
Be busy.
off the bounce, and bingo from the outside.
And what a set there, Raph.
Exactly.
But you're right. His energy, how he flies off of screens and moves without the basketball, it's infectious.
So the lead is now 10. Largest lead has been 13 for Purdue. Clark, they leave him free, but he can't hit from the free throw line.
Well, that's been effective. A little pin down and curl. Great look.
On a heater.
He keeps shooting like that, he's going to need a good lawyer.
Fletcher Lawyer with a deep one.
All about being busy for him. Shooters get that confident air, don't they?
They do. And now they've matched their largest cushion as Freeney gets the start in this second half, replacing Donovan Dent. Daly loads it up, and he connects.
Tough. Likes to face up there in the post. Can shoot from 3, drive. He's got to continue to be aggressive, but they're going to have to give him more and more touches on the offensive end.
He's the high man for the Bruins with 9. Purdue up by 11. Lawyer swing.
Freeney staying attached to Lawyer.
I'll tell you what, though, he
lost him.
loves to give it up.
Oh, down went.
Oh, not a good look there for a great passer, by the way.
Freeney did recover, and then Purdue turns it over. Daly weaving, kicking. The jump shot goes for Xavier Booker. It's a 3.
They crashed the defense way to the baseline with the kick out. This is the way I thought he would play all year long, Booker.
Booker's got 8. He came in averaging right around 6.8 per game. Inside, and a foul called, and Booker trying to defend Clough.
He just unloads on you, Clough. Right in the numbers, that big wide body, and begs.
So Booker picks it up. Purdue up by 8. We're just underway here in the second half. Cox, no good. Freeney taps the ball to himself. Freeney does a little bit of everything for UCLA. The versatility, redshirt freshman.
That would Perry going a little bit, I think.
Perry asking Daly to set a screen or at least cross into the area.
To that left hand.
Daly back in, step back,
Tough shot.
put it on the board.
And Raph, he's taking over. Had a mid-post, had a drive that led to that Booker 3, and then an isolation there. So Daly stepping up in the absence of Donovan Dent.
11 points now for Daly. He is long and strong at 6'8", 230. Smith shoots his man initially.
Look at that entry. Wow, is that pretty?
Yeah, that's textbook to Kaufman Red.
Well, he's great at getting the guy on his hip. That little snake move. They tucked in as well as any team in the country.
That's 9 assists now for Braden Smith. Half-court set here for UCLA, trailing by 8. Perry lets it fly, and it is off the rim. Get ahead. Smith on his horse.
Watch the delay. Pretty.
Cox can't hit the three. Rebound. Clough. Putback goes. And the foul.
Wow.
That doesn't happen if he doesn't run the floor, though.
Well, to be that size and to have that kind of motor and energy, you're right. You said it best. Clough gets down the floor. Doesn't necessarily play above the rim, but great anticipation and just wanted it more than UCLA. And that three-point play opportunity.
And the second foul on Booker.
Tough to elevate that body, by the way. He's got some pounds to go airborne.
Yes, he does.
70% shooter, now has 7 points, 8 boards.
I don't know the finale, but there's maybe a possibility he could get another year.
Yeah, they have talked about that because of his JUCO early career. Did that free him up for an extra year?
Well, Grant sat out 1 year. He might have 2 more left in him.
Yeah. Have you checked, Grant? Do you know?
No, I don't.
You haven't checked. We can check for you. Booker drives, and he banks it in.
You said it best. He's got a lot of talent, a lot more to give. See the three, the drive.
This builds his confidence for the tournament, too, I think. Another head on, get his guys healthy, and make, defensive wizard.
And Booker's got 10 points. UCLA is down by 9. Kaufman-Renn gets into his area. Clough couldn't grab it. UCLA on the move. Perry, the head and shoulder fake. Contact, no call, kick it out. Daly, hot shooter, no.
Oh, that would have been big for them.
Kaufman-Renn ahead for Smith.
Dribble handoff and then back.
Smith lines it up. He's got it. Snaps in a three.
He's been begging for one to go down.
So Smith has got his first points of the day to go along with those 9 assists.
Shoots at 38% from deep.
The numbers have been on a downward trend from the outside.
I don't think he's really been looking as much, Bird. The more you watch games, trying to provide others.
Perry? Oh, that's tough. He's fouled. So Trent Perry will shoot 2. Second half action, UCLA trying to hang in there against Purdue. It's the 7 seed trying to make their way into the championship round. You're watching the TIA Big Ten Tournament. CBS Monday from the team behind FBI. It's the new series critics call thrilling and a must-watch. Catch a new episode of CIA Monday 9, 8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. 48-36, Purdue leading UCLA Big Ten semifinals. Right now, let's take a look at who brings it home. Presented by Wayfair.
All right, take a look at this, Braden. Now, this is a compliment, by the way, just so you understand. He passes so well, gets everybody involved, just like that 3. I'd like to see him a little more offensive mind in that particular play. And when I say improve on the interior, I think it's the timing. Get the ball to the correct hand, the correct angle when they load up, because they're available to 2 bigs.
And for UCLA, your 2 best players, your 2 best scorers out of this matchup with injuries. So Perry, Trent Perry, and Sky Clark have to be more aggressive, have to get involved on the offensive end. And, of course, you have to guard the three-point line. Purdue's already taken 22, and a lot of those have been wide open.
And it is Trent Perry at the free throw line. 87% on the season.
And you talk about, Raph, Trent Perry and his development this season. When Sky Clark got hurt, he had an opportunity to start. And he became a trusted player for Mick Cronin, and just you could see the improvement, the confidence. He's going to have to show that here his last 14:45.
McDonald's All-American won the three-point contest during that event. Now in his sophomore year, attended Harvard Wesleyan.
Nice pocket pass, but better hands.
Sky Clark steps in front, turnover.
They don't take bad shots. Oh, boy, he got a lot of...
Oh, man.
But it died at the rim and bounces off.
Look at the balance for UCLA. They don't give up many easy baskets.
Smith backs it out. Benter.
He's playing with a 5-man. No.
A hop step from Lawyer. He misses on the runner.
Wait for Wren to get loaded up.
UCLA trying to get this thing to single digits once again. We are 6 minutes into the second half.
And they are never in a hurry. They're on their action, trying to take good shots.
Bruins will be in the NCAA tournament for the 54th time. Daly, it is off. And it's claimed by Kaufman-Wren. 10-point lead for the Boilermakers. Smith works in, and Clark closed in, draws the foul on the UCLA guard.
He is so clever on that baseline, either side, and he fades because long arms and monster hands. If you ever get up close to him, so he can stretch it with that outstretched hand.
Oh, smart there. Very deliberate shot fake there. Got 2 Bruins in the air. As a result, at the line.
And Clark picks up his first. Bracket season is here. Play against friends and family. Enter to win a trip to the 2027 Final Four. Get the CBS Sports app and be a part of March Madness today.
I have a question for you, too. Do you think we'll see a backcourt like this that stays for 4 years? Wow. It was like 130 games. It's incredible.
In the new iteration of college basketball?
Maybe not.
Unfortunately not.
These 2 guys, particularly Smith and Lawyer, started from day one as freshmen. Been to Final Fours, big moments, and kind of a throwback, their commitment to Purdue.
Hard drive. Perry hangs. Freeney is there. Offensive rebound, has to back it out. Gets it back from Jamerson.
Jamerson just chases on the glass.
Pull up. Perry. He's fouled. So Trent Perry will go back to the free throw line.
Raph has got to be Daly and Perry here with this lineup right now for UCLA. So much of their offensive attack is give the ball to Donovan Dent, let him get into the paint, set the table for the team. You don't have him.
That's gone.
It's gone.
You know, we've obviously focused in on Braden Smith and the assist numbers he's put up. Dent is number 3 in the country in assists. So we know that they rely on him to score at times when they need it, but he has been a table setter for UCLA.
Of course, they don't have the hockey player either.
No, they don't have Bilodeau.
Oh, goodness, what he means to this program. Fantastic year. Stretches things out. That mid-post, so dangerous.
And just happens to be the number 1 3-point shooter in the Big Ten at 46%.
Because he and Dent back for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah, they will be a very tough out.
Spread it. Smith, watched by Freeney. High screen, Jacobson. Smith with the handles. Freeney holds his ground. Smith, short.
He had to shoot it, though. 4 on the clock.
And Daly just saved himself from falling out of bounds and getting rid of it to Perry. 9-point game.
They don't go away.
Freeney pops and hits.
When they've run that play, just a simple screen down, turn the corner and drill it.
You said it best. UCLA, they're not going anywhere.
No.
This team embodies their coach.
8 points, 5 rebounds. Eric Freeney off the bench. Lawyer gets it inside. Jacobson. A bunch of white jerseys in the area. That's not going to stop 7'4" Daniel Jacobson.
Well, he showed patience, too, and didn't bring that ball too far down.
He's gained about 25 pounds since last season, so there's a confidence when he catches it down there that he can get it off cleanly in traffic.
Well, they develop big guys, you know that.
Freeney sets the screen. Daly lost it. The ball was tipped. 6 to shoot. Daly looking for a runway against Lawyer.
Back to, he thought he was going to spin.
Put it down low, take it away. Harris moves it ahead. Benter, swing. Lawyer doesn't shoot.
Oh, what a look.
Jacobson, a laser beam from Lawyer, and Jacobson throws it down.
The pass that led to the pass. Beautiful action.
Fashion decisions made by certain fans that are paying off because they're getting TV time. You get a Fletcher Lawyer tie, and then you get a block from Daniel Jacobson.
Goodness, the big prevalent on both ends of the floor. Talk about developing some performance. Send it in, big fella. Great look. Lawyer on the bunny. Never gave up on it.
Big time razzle-dazzle for Boyd.
Wow. How about that?
Looking for a wrap. Oh, he's not human. Linda Borg. Oh, the Big Ten Player of the Year delivers. Yes, the flavor of March Madness. That first game came right down to the wire. Michigan defeating Wisconsin to advance to the Big Ten Tournament Championship. Don't forget, another ticket to the Big Dance will be punched in Vegas. San Diego State takes on Utah State. It's the Mountain West Men's Championship game. And that's next right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Utah State getting the win over Nevada to advance. San Diego State getting past New Mexico. Purdue up by 10 on UCLA. You look at the seed numbers and you think to yourself, wait, Purdue's a 7 seed? They are, just the way things worked out in the Big Ten down the stretch of the season.
It is scary as they get better, too.
Shot clock winding down. Jumper doesn't go for Daly. And the rebound action is going to work against Jacobson as Benter took the brunt of the hit.
Actually, a great defensive set right there. Purdue forcing Daly into a tough fadeaway there, but just with this small lineup on the floor for the Boilermakers, everyone has to rebound. Can't rely on Jacobson to get it.
Perry gets it in for Williams. Return feed. Perry against the big.
A little bit of a zone here.
Yeah.
Matchup.
Freeney. Rebounded by Jamerson. Get a reload.
Against the zone. That's the difficulty. Checking out, finding it.
Daly, swing it. Freeney, inside Jamerson.
There you go.
Flips it in, +1.
Good to see that kid doing some damage. Known for his offense.
Tyler Bilodeau cheering on his teammates. He got injured in the quarterfinal game against Michigan State in the first half.
Right there going right at Jacobson. Jacobson 7'4". I mean, commits shooting fouls at a very high rate. So still learning how to play defense. But
he got hurt last year at the beginning of the season. A fluky play where he just all of a sudden went down. Lower leg issue. And I think the year off really helped. Bird mentioned the weight, but I also think the physical tools have improved.
Purdue 53, UCLA 46, and Jacobson gets fouled by Williams.
Couldn't get over the top. Something Purdue does great is pinning, shielding, making you disappear.
And that's the second foul on the New York native Brandon Williams. 10-11 to go. Second half. Purdue has used only 6 different players as starters this season. The consistency that they've had throughout the year. Get it in for Jack Benter. Hand it to Smith. Shot clock at 12.
This is what makes them good. It ends up in his hands. He can make those.
Misses on the 3 ball. Benter throwing his body around, and he touched it off of Perry, out of bounds.
Hustler, yeah, just wanted the ball more.
Reach.
And it grazes the left foot of Perry.
Just the effort there.
Body block, huh?
Sky Clark coming back in. He replaces Eric Daly Jr.
This is a tiny lineup out here right now. Both teams really, other than Jacobson.
10 to shoot. Better kicks of the clock, and then down goes Jacobson. Williams is going to get charged with another.
I thought I was at a prize fight there for a second. Down goes Frazier.
You said it best, Purdue. They run that offense, a little screen and roll action. Jacobson just gets big. Right there. Swim action.
You can't see them doing that to Clough, though, right? When he loads up.
Yeah. I always think of Zach Edey in that role.
Yeah.
Killing doing that.
Oh, Benter wheels Ball's inside for a tough deuce.
I'm not sure how he
I don't either. But, you know, when you think of Purdue players over the years, he is a perfect example. Total effort, commitment.
The Purdue lead is 9. Lob it up. Slam it down. Jamerson on a special delivery from Perry.
Appropriately named, huh? The beginning, J-A-M.
Maybe he should be Jamerson.
Yeah.
55-48. Meyer, that pass is intercepted. Jamerson.
Oh, goodness, a foul.
It is Jacobson who got him from behind. And UCLA, they just hang around and make things uncomfortable.
They do. I mean, they're like your friends when you make it to the NBA. They just always around.
Wait, what happened to you?
I'm sorry, I got personal. But a beautiful pass there to Jamerson. Jamerson there.
And he will take a seat. He gave them quality minutes.
And he got that seat without being admonished.
That's right. Cox and Clough are back in. Booker returns for UCLA. They need it. Clark missed it off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Clough.
That's a good look for Clark, too.
9 boards now for Oscar Clough.
Braden Smith on the bench. This was a time when Purdue in the first half started to go on a nice run, and they replicate that.
Cox sticks it for 3.
Clough just keeps plugging. As you noted early, doesn't elevate his position wisely.
So that's 10 boards for Clough. It sets up a bucket for Cox. And the lead is back to double digits with 8:19 to go, second half.
They keep fighting over sense of urgency on that ball screen.
It's going to be a kick against Cox.
Great presence of mind right there. Clough getting the ball and then getting a kick out. Relocation. Knockdown 3 from Harris. Clough just does a lot of the little things, but the thing I've been most impressed with watching him in person is just his energy and activity on the interior.
Knows his game. Hear him out there screaming, left.
Pull up. Booker nails it.
We've had some success there with that high screen roll action.
And this energizes a kid like Booker, I think. I can do this at this level.
Yeah.
You never know. Plenty of games left.
12 points for Booker. He leads UCLA. Again, it's caught the help by Williams. They're going to count it. Goaltending.
Really solid play, weak side attention.
Purdue back in front by 10. We get a timeout with 7:53 to play in the second half. Boilermakers keeping the Bruins at arm's length. Williams trying to negate that one, put it on the board. CBS Sports coverage of the Big Ten tournament is sponsored by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. Capital One. What's in your wallet? And by Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving.
No goaltending, APRO.
Welcome back here with Purdue in front 60-50. During the timeout, UCLA challenged the call, and after looking at the replays,
UCLA challenged the ruling of goaltending on the play. After review, it was determined that the defender took the ball to the backboard, not hit it after it was in contact with the backboard. But as a successful challenge, no goaltend.
You know what?
The game clock will be adjusted to the time, 7:53 of the contact with the ball. There is no team control when the ball was whistled dead. Therefore, we'll go with the alternating possession arrow, which results in UCLA's ball on the baseline with 30 on the shot clock.
And this is what we want. We want Paul Sells to tell us exactly what happened. We're showing you every replay that we got, and he got him. It was a legitimate block before it hit the backboard.
Great effort. Great clarity in that response.
Yes, which is, I think, what everybody is looking for in those situations. UCLA will have it.
He's been to Gene's school of elocution.
Gene would have been there a little longer.
And a little more camera time for Steratore.
He deserves it.
8-point lead now for Purdue. And UCLA with a chance to cut into it a little deeper, take the 2 points off the board.
That was a upset and then a smile.
I think he's upset when he smiles. Not sure what the confusion is, but right now Perry has done a pretty solid job running the point guard for UCLA.
There's a nice combo.
And I think this high screen and roll action maybe get he and Booker together.
Also Clark in the corner. If they do turn the corner, don't have anything.
UCLA is out of challenges because they have challenged twice, even though they were successful twice. Daly forced to give it up, 10 to shoot. Perry against Clark. Ooh, that's a long two-pointer, and he brings it in.
Once he got his balance, Clough discarded him.
11 now for Trent Perry. He got a 6-point game with 7:19 to go.
This is typical.
And a steal. Sky Clark accelerates, and Clark lays it in. Here come the Bruins.
Is this Mick Cronin basketball right now? Hang around, dig, scratch, compete.
When does Matt Painter come back with Braden Smith? As you see him getting up now, going to the scorer's table. The defense ramping up here for the Bruins.
It is different without Smith on the floor.
Harris looking down low.
Looking for a high-low there.
Cox swings it through the hands of Clough. He saves it, but it's out of bounds.
Boy, disjointed, but they got their backcourt coming in right now.
All of a sudden, Purdue is in a serious battle with an undermanned UCLA squad. 58-54 Boilermakers. This is Conference Championship Weekend presented by Allstate. Our game summary, UCLA shooting it at 45%, 6 of 14 from three-point territory. Purdue's turned the ball over 10 times. UCLA has limited the turnovers, 20 points off the bench for the Boilermakers. UCLA getting a boost from Booker.
Yeah, stepping up big time. Xavier Booker, his activity, his scoring, driving to the rim, then pick and pop, knock down a three. His ability to make plays for his teammates and just the defense, the activity. Xavier Booker, we talk about his talent. He's showing that here for Mick Cronin and his squad, and they're just showing a lot of grit, a lot of toughness here, and no quit.
You want to win, you got to rebound right now, I think.
And Braden Smith returns for Purdue. 6:43 mark.
And Matt Painter was not going to mess around here. You saw this offense look just a little bit discombobulated there with him on the bench.
Purdue was up by 7 when Smith went to the bench.
Lawyer back in too.
It'll be Perry handling it. He's got Booker, Daly, Williams, and Clark joining him, the 5 on the floor for UCLA.
That'll be a lot of perimeter play here.
Just
Clark or Perry, there's the same play they ran on the left side.
Swing it back out. Sky Clark. Now Daly gets involved. Booker off the rim.
What a rebound there.
Grab by Daly. Reload. Clark. Ball fake. Jumper on target.
How about the closeout? Unfortunately, the bite and then the sidestep.
That was Daly. Daly created that Booker three, then got the rebound and relocated to Clark. Little things adding up.
It's a 9-0 Bruins run. 1-point game, under 6 minutes to go.
Got to get a touch inside with these two bigs.
10 to shoot. Kaufman-Renn over to Smith. Now Kaufman-Renn wants to post up.
He likes to bounce and find opposite.
Double team. Inside. Clough with the finish. Kaufman-Renn, tremendous feel.
How about the comfort zone to know your bigs can make plays and finish. Nice look. Renn.
9 points, 10 rebounds for Oscar Clough. 3-point advantage for Purdue.
They rave about Clough.
Comes that pin down again for Clark.
Same curl.
Clark, swing it. Booker. 9 to shoot.
I like his activity now.
He's got the big. Clark. Oh, a series of fakes and denied, but a foul.
Boy, a size foul, but how clever with that bounce. So solid. They missed him when he was out in the middle of the season, but he can pump, you bite, and the side settle. Dial out from deep. Small guys taking over. How about this look?
Great no-look pass there to Clough out of the double team by Kaufman-Renn, an underrated passer as a big.
And Clark has got the old school shorts as well.
He's back in the 90s.
That's a baggy look.
He Toby Bailey shorts.
A little bit.
The Fab Five look.
Clark at the free throw line. Excellent shooter, 88%. Survivor 50. Biggest Survivor season yet. This week, the Castaways get a surprise visit from country superstar Zach Brown. Light your torch. CBS Wednesday and streaming on Paramount Plus. Clark now 8 points. And Purdue's lead is 2.
And if you're guarding one of the bigs, you know it's going to come through you.
Cox, swing, Lawyer, off the heel. They got it by Clough. Clough's going to do it himself, and he's fouled hard. It's Williams, the last line of defense.
He is terrific. All the things he does, right, Grant?
The little things, yes. I mean, they had a little cross match, so Clark was trying to box out Clough. And the ball just finds energy and activity. Then the presence of mind to just a little shot fake there, initiate to the contact and get to that line.
He's a bruiser, but he does it in a non-demonstrative way. He just does it in his style.
Yeah.
Is willing to take on anybody on the inside.
He uses that big body. Remember McCulloch with the Nets?
Yeah.
In Washington? Same kind of idea. Use that body to shove you underneath a little bit.
A similar build.
Good call.
Clough missed on the first attempt. 70% shooter. He missed them both. Empty trip. Williams picked up his 4th foul for UCLA. But he'll remain on the floor for the Bruins.
Same set. Run out.
Perry, pull up.
Pretty.
Knocks it down.
And Raph, he can get that whenever he wants.
Absolutely.
A lot of talent from that young man.
And we are tied at 60.
Would you blitz that, maybe? Double it occasionally, see what you can do.
This Booker there can pop, and now leave him wide open at the throw.
Feed it. Kaufman-Renn.
Nice drop.
Oh, he had the chair taken out from under him, and Kaufman-Renn still finishes in the paint.
They took away his counter, which he doesn't use often, but loves that left shoulder. Big time finish.
12 points, 8 rebounds, and Purdue now back in front by 2. Under 4 minutes to go.
Same thing.
Perry crosses over. Now a switch with Clough.
Got to go inside then.
Nice didn't make him pay.
Yep.
Perry's got a screen there by Booker. Perry curls.
Nice pass.
Gives it up. Open jam. Brandon Williams.
Well, that dribble just breaks you down defensively, and a nice dive at the opportune time.
Trent Perry and his playmaking here tonight. Out of necessity.
And we've got our 4th tie of the game.
Getting better and better, that kid.
Dude, you got to go into the bigs.
There you go.
They do. Kaufman-Renn. No double.
The bounce and drop, that's his game right there.
And the tip-in goes. Oscar Clough working the edges.
You know you've got to stick him on that weak side.
Well, they came over to help on Kaufman-Renn. They didn't crack back and keep Clough off the glass.
11 points, 12 rebounds, 8 offensive boards for Clough. And it's 64-62, Purdue.
Not this far, I would go under.
Yeah. He's got to
he
go
owns
inside.
him here.
Yeah, go inside or one-on-one.
Perry, drive, and through the hands of Williams. Break opportunity, leak out. C.J. Cox with the layup.
Oh, it doesn't take much. A mistake, you cough it up.
Purdue goes in front by 4. 2:40 to play in the second semifinal. Terrific rally by UCLA. Purdue leads it 66-62. Let's check out our fast analysis presented by AT&T.
A lot of action here in the second half. Perry off balance, step back, doesn't matter, knocks it in. Great defense. Sky Clark with the cookies in 2. And on the glass, UCLA. Daly, big time offensive rebound, shot fake, sidestep, corner 3. So everybody getting involved. And right here, Perry, just a drive, draws the defense, the dime in the finish. So a lot of fight, a lot of spirit here. This UCLA team, no quit, no excuses, competing until the very end.
And Donovan Dent, very engaged in the process, had an extended conversation with his teammates. And Dent out for today with a calf injury.
Perry, when you look at him, 13 points. How about 9 assists? You mentioned Dent. Replacing him, doing a lot of things out there. A big upside to this kid's game.
And they're putting full court pressure on. Now back off. Each team has 6 fouls, so next one will put either team to the free throw line. 2.5 to go. Daly makes his move.
Well, nice move back to that shoulder. Goodness.
It was halfway down. Daly couldn't get it to go.
A little ISO first, the two little horns look. Oh.
Purdue with possession, up by 4. Feet down low. Lawyer lines it up. It rims out. Rebounded by Clough. He just keeps doing it over and over again. Oscar Clough on the offensive glass.
And just a total breakdown defensively. First to give Lawyer the look.
Fell asleep on the weak side.
Fell asleep on the weak side with the rebound.
13 points, 13 rebounds, 9 offensive. Clark, they need it. Williams got his hands on it, and last touch by Purdue, out of bounds.
Other end, Lawyer, first of all, was wide open. They almost gave away an open 3, and then not blocking out Clough. You got to get a body on him, almost face guard him. That's a great nose for where the ball is going to go. Clough.
There he goes high. It's knocked away by Kaufman-Wren, but Williams is there. Down to 1:40 to go. 6-point game. Williams, 8 to shoot. Sky Clark with the shot clock winding down. Clark, hard drive, and the finish. That was fancy.
How about that? And the automatic switch to taking advantage of going left with that bounce.
UCLA cuts it to 4 with 1:16 to go. There was a little...
It's like shuffle when we watching.
I dare you. Half-court set here for Purdue. Smith flips a pass over to Lawyer. Bounce it inside. Clough.
Lawyer's got to move.
The back end. Clough. Kick. Cox. Shot clock down to 2. Smith. Off the heel. And rebound action. It's staying right here.
And he's just been a load on the offensive glass. 2-3 guys trying to prevent Clough for securing the offensive rebound, get called for a foul. It's just deflating, but what a drive here by Clark.
A really extraordinary move against that defense, but the ability at the other end, as you noted, Clough takes up so much area as well, and that upper body strength holds people off.
It's a 1-and-1 situation here. Oscar Clough, just a shade under 70%. He's 1 of 3 today.
That looks better. The other two, front end of the rim, I should say.
And Purdue leads by 5. 14 points, 13 rebounds for the Aussie.
This is where you got to score quickly. So it's got to be some sort of a dribble drive or a quick curl screen.
Makes them both. Gene Cady cheering on his beloved Boilermakers. Matt Painter played for Cady, coached under Cady. His team's got a 6-point lead down the stretch. Tomorrow night, CBS Sports will be the first to let you know who's in, who's out of the big dance. NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Selection Show is right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is a situation where guys love to watch NBA basketball for quick hitters. You got to score quickly. You got to get right into the swing of things. Conversely, if you're Purdue, force them to use as much clock as you can. Obviously, you don't want to foul. No threes, no fouls.
But this goes against Mick Cronin, how they typically play. They want to be methodical offensively. But I think the high screen roll, Perry and Booker, and just go downhill, get to the paint, make something happen quickly.
And right away, 10 seconds. He can go to the rim now.
Perry trying to get around Clough, and he got hit from behind. So he will go to the free throw line.
If they're going to switch Clough on Perry, you got to just take advantage of that right there. He didn't hesitate, just get downhill, and then went into the body there, initiating the foul.
It is painful when you get Clough.
It can be painful.
He lays the wood.
Every year, Webster Dictionary accepts entries for new words. This might be the new word this year from Bill Raftery.
The Raftery exception.
Yes.
As close as I'll get to the library.
Yeah, they accepted onions back in 1996.
They sure did. It's got multiple meanings.
70-65 Purdue. 14 points for Perry. 5 of 5 at the free throw line.
Well, not full court pressure. We do a 1-2-2 on occasion during the course of the season, but they got to get up straight man to man. They got to double, and they got to gamble and give.
And now Clough's going to sit for the Boilermakers.
He gets Jamerson in for UCLA to get a substitution and set up this press, as you talked about.
There's that initial trap in the rotation.
Get it in. Cox to Lawyer. Now to Harris. They handle it. There's a 2.5-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. And a 4-point game. They foul Smith, who shoots it at 83%.
And a good job there by Purdue handling the pressure. You have 4 guards essentially on the floor. I have memories of years ago here in Chicago in the Big Ten tournament when Purdue struggled. Remember?
Yes.
When Smith and Lawyer were freshmen, I think struggled against the press and almost lost the game as a result. But textbook on that one.
We always blame the guards, but it's the post-up guy, whoever that is, after the initial attack.
Spoken like a guard.
Yeah. Would you agree, though?
No, you're right.
You got to bail them out, particularly when they rotate like that.
Got to be available.
Smith calmly hits the first free throw. That extends the lead to 5. That one doesn't go.
Once again, quick as can be. Clark a pick and pop.
We're down to 16 seconds left. Got to go quicker than this. Perry lines it up. Can't hit the 3. Look who's there. Comes in. Doing the dirty work all day long.
Oh, man.
Oscar Clough secures the board. It's a dagger rebound for Purdue.
Well, the way he uses 2 hands, and that is his. The energy, the elevation, of course, the space he takes. Look at that.
2 hands. He almost Clough Lawyer there.
Yep. Boy, don't go late for dinner with him.
Yeah,
You're not getting anything.
He is no grouch, and he is no slouch. Oscar Clough.
How about 9 offensive rebounds here in this game? In a close game.
And also a very tiny UCLA team as well.
Yeah.
You know, this is not the big brutes you played with most of the year.
And those free throws have looked really smooth and pure. 73-66. Clark's 3 is off. Long rebound Daly. He will fire. And that's it. Purdue advances to the Big Ten Tournament Championship. They defeat UCLA 73-66. And the Boilermakers will play for the title against the #1 seed, Michigan. Now, this is where everyone thought Purdue would be when the season started, and maybe the route was circuitous, but you look up, and there they are in the championship game to face the Michigan Wolverines.
And Bert, the Big Ten is very unforgiving. The venues are difficult when you come in as a visiting team. The competition is of a high level. You're off your game a little, you're going to pay your dues, but they have bounced back. They will look very much like themselves and very much like they are in contention come March.
Clough finishes with 17 points, 14 rebounds. Lawyer goes for 14. Kaufman-Renn with 12. And this is your typical Purdue performance. Balanced, a lot of different pieces chipping in.
If I'm a coach, I'm going to Australia. not just for the lager either.
Yeah. We've seen a couple of good Australians here this afternoon. Wow.
All right, let's send it to Tracy Wolfson.
Well, congratulations. You move on to the championship. Let me start with you, Coach. What about this guy? His performance tonight, 17 points, 9 offensive rebounds, 14 overall.
Oh, it's great. He's had some games like that. He had 10 offensive rebounds against Nebraska in the regular season. But, no, he's been a horse for us, just being physical down there, posting up, and getting every rebound.
What has this team shown over the last 3 games that you can carry into the NCAA tournament?
Well, just, building some confidence more than anything. Just trying to execute offensively and be efficient, but also be better on the basketball from a defensive standpoint. When we're better on the basketball, it really helps us.
Appreciate it. Let me talk to you, Oscar, now. You are out of control today, just on both sides of the ball. Incredible. What was the key for you to be able to dominate this way?
Just play as hard as I can, trust in my teammates, and do my job.
Well, they always say when you're playing well, this team is playing well. You carry it into this game against Michigan. You guys lost to them by 11 last time in February. What do you need to do this time around?
We just need to play our game and do our job, and we'll be fine.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Back to you.
All right, Tracy, thanks so much. Oscar Clough has been such a great fit for Matt Painter's system, reliability, and productivity. For Bill Raftery, Grant Hill, Tracy Wilson, Gene Steratore, our entire CBS crew, Ian Eagle saying so long from Chicago. Stay tuned. Mountain West Championship game is coming up. San Diego State at Utah State. Going to send you to Adam Zucker and Company. Inside College Basketball presented by Progressive Insurance coming up.